Hello, Squee here with TGN, and welcome back to episode 39 of Let's Play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for the PC. In the last episode, we started exploring viewpoints and talking about independent pirates and the rules that they followed when playing on the pirate playground, including fair shares, not fighting on the ship, and not pushing to the front of the line of the slide, because that's just not nice. Let's continue, shall we? Yeah, so if you said, you know what, we're not going to fight you, just go ahead and take our stuff, they would very commonly treat you rather well, and you would most likely survive the event. Sometimes, if you resisted, they would go the opposite end, because the whole point is, a pirate doesn't want to fight you. He doesn't. I mean, some of them were rather violent, but more out of necessity than want. Every time you get into a fight, there's a chance you could die. There's a chance you could lose your arm, your leg, your manpower, your strength, everything. Fights deplete strength on both sides. And more than that, fights generally end up killing the people that you prey upon. So to a pirate, a good day is when they're able to take a ship without conflict, where the ship just kind of surrenders to them. And sometimes, in order to generate this, they would have very, very, very brutal treatment of people who resisted, in an effort to convince people not to resist. However, on the flip side, if you didn't resist, they would treat you very nicely, so that you would say, okay, next time, let's not resist. The thing is that pirates didn't normally kill their captives. And even when you did resist and they overtook your ship, a lot of times they wouldn't kill everyone because it's just not good business sense. It really isn't. I mean, these are the people that have your paycheck, basically. Can I not get in there? Looks like I may not be able to get in there. Hello. If you kill everyone on that ship, that's it. You got one treasure ship out of them, and that was all you're ever gonna get. However, if you let them go, what are they gonna do? I mean, they're gonna go back to trading. It's not like they're just gonna stop their way of life completely. So they're just gonna go back to doing what they always did. And you can pirate them again. How do I get there? Oh well, looks like I'm not gonna be able to make that one. Fine. Really? I can't get there? Doesn't really seem to make sense. Well, whatever. Let's go for this one. So, another thing that pirate ships or pirate crews would often do is they would be kind and generous to good captains and very, very cruel to bad captains. Many times when a pirate ship took over a vessel, they would ask the crew of that vessel how well their captain treats them. And if their captain doesn't treat them well, they would be very, very, very cruel to that captain. Because, one, many of them used to be part of a real crew, and probably at some point in time had a captain that was very mean to them. But, okay, hang on. Oh god. Oh, ow. Hey, I didn't get a human shield option. Odd. Where'd my swords go anyway? There they are. Come here. Who's gonna load first? Me. I'm sorry, what was that? I didn't quite hear you. So, it was actually an incentive for captains to treat their crews better. I mean, honest captains to treat their honest crews better, because if they ever did get pirated, there was always that fear that if they were a cruel or mean captain, they were going to suffer badly for it when the crew rats them out. Is there no haystack or something? Ah, screw it, let's do this! Woo! Oh, wow. That didn't even hurt. Okay. Need to go that way. So, oops. So yeah, that's another interesting thing. And like I said, conversely, good captains, captains who treated their crew well, were commonly left alone, not hurt or injured or whatever. The pirates would just take their stuff and let them go about their business. So it really did pay to be a kinder, more fair captain. It's so weird that such a violent and really despicable profession as piracy, because let's face it, piracy is a horrible thing. These were not nice people over and all. They were more than willing to cut your throat to take your money. But it's so weird that such a thing actually helped create a better working environment for honest folk. Wow, there are a lot of plantations here. Hi.
Interloper, raise the alarm!
No, not the alarm.
We'll get him back!
I am so stealthy.
Clear shot on it.
Whoa, 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 I am really injured. Oh, jeez. Come on, come on. Oh, no, I didn't load in time. No, I should have run. So, yeah. So, like I said, there were a lot of reasons to find pirate life attractive. One of the big ones, and this is something it's interesting that a lot of people don't realize, is that piracy was attractive to a lot of people because it was better than the alternative. Many people would join pirate ships to avoid press gangs. I'm sure you've heard the term press gang before, but might not know exactly where it comes from or what it means. A press gang was something back in the day where honest merchants and naval vessels, like people in the Navy that worked for actual legitimate governments, would straight up kidnap people off the streets and force them to work on their Navy vessels for very low or no pay. They lived in absolutely horrid conditions, got very little pay, and did it completely involuntary. They were nothing better than slaves. They were kidnapped off the street, taken from their families, etc., to serve on these military vessels where they were treated very badly and like I said, received very little pay. And in that sense, I mean, why not? Why not just join a pirate gang? The pay's better, the freedom's better, you actually get a say in what you do, you're not treated like crap. I mean, in that instance, yeah, it's not hard to see why some people would choose piracy over that. Come on, come over here. Oh, no? So yeah, I mean, if your options are join a press gang or join a pirate ship, a lot of people chose pirate ships. I can't really say I blame them in that sense either.
Shit! Alarm! Alarm!
Hi!
Interloper! Raise the alarm! No, you die!
No, you don't, no, you don't, no, you don't, no, you don't!
Interloper! Raise the alarm!
I'm stealthy! No! I'm stealthy! Just shouting that while he does this. No. Right. Who is the soldier carrying the key? I'm gonna get you. Got it. What the? Hey! Do you mind? So yeah, pirate life was a lot more attractive than you might think at first. Not in today's day and age, but back then. I hear twinkling. Why do I hear twinkling? Is there a chest around here? There is, and I am facing right towards it.
Hold, man!
Shut up. Oops, I am facing away from it now. Where is it? Is it upstairs, maybe? Well, no, it's not upstairs, obviously. So where is it? Oh, there it is. Behind the barrels. Oh, you sneaky, sneaky chest. Got you. What am I here for anyway? Right, warehouse, right there. Let's do this. Wait, gotta sabotage the bell. I've already done that. Okay. Now, during the golden age of piracy, you had this thing that I'm sure you've probably heard of, most of you, called the pirate round. And what the pirate round was a very common route that pirates would take because it offered easy loot for them. It was a route that would go from the West Atlantic and around Africa into India. Kind of need a map to show you, but I'm not going to. Basically, it would travel. It would start in the Caribbean or end in the Caribbean, and kind of go across the Atlantic to the African coastline, and then around the Horn of Africa, Horn being the bottom tip, and into the Indian Ocean. And the reason why was because there was so much trade following this route. This was not just a good pirate route, but by its very nature, a good trade route. You had tobacco and sugarcane coming from the Caribbean to India and Africa and England and across the Atlantic. And from the other direction, you had slaves and the like coming from Africa to the Caribbean to work said sugarcane and tobacco plantations. And you had luxuries coming from India, like silk and spices and things like that. So you had so much trade going back and forth. You guys, if you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, the East India Trade Company, who was a major bad guy in that trilogy, was a real company who did exist. And it was very commonly pirated. Because this is kind of their thing. This is what they did. They traded between the West Atlantic and Africa and India. And they were very commonly targets of pirates. So much so that the East India Trading Company, is it East India or West India? I can't remember. It's one of those directions. They actually designed a new type of trading ship that was kind of a cross between a trading ship and a man of war. It was basically a trading ship with a lot more guns and a lot more crew, and it was a lot more stable and much harder to pirate. And they did this because piracy during the Golden Age was so rampant that they were forced to. So they would often go on the pirate round. And they would call it the pirate round because they would start in the Caribbean and end in the Caribbean. They'd make a round. What other checkpoints do we have? This looks like all of them. What checkpoints am I missing? Wait a second. There's 2 checkpoints over here. What? No way, you cray. Alright. That's a bit of a ways to go, isn't it? I take out my frustrations on you! You know what you did. Alright, so yeah. So that was piracy during the Golden. Now, piracy during the Golden Age was also the rise of the Jolly Rouge. The Jolly Rouge, or the pirate flag, was what most people think now when they think pirate flag. They think a black flag with a skull and crossbones. However, that is not how the Jolly Rouge started. The Jolly Rouge started off as just a solid red flag, thus the name Rouge, which is a French word for red, I think. Is it a certain type of red? Or, I think it's just, yeah, the French word for red. Either red or a certain shade of red. But the Jolly Rouge was a red flag that pirate ships would fly. And they would fly it so to let other ships know, hey, we as pirates, we is going to get you. And it eventually evolved. It eventually became a black flag. And then each pirate ship would have their own insignia, or their own version of the Jolly Rouge. And so not everyone had skull and crossbones. That was actually just the most famous one, but there were tons of different Jolly Rouges. There were Jolly Rouges that had just like a skull, or one that just had crossed swords, or one that was some really complex ones like Death standing on with an hourglass in one hand and a bleeding heart in the other, and basically all of them were demonstrating that, you know, like that particular flag was demonstrating that your time is running out. That's what the hourglass was for, and death is coming for you, and, you know, that kind of thing. So there were very different designs for Jolly Rouges. Each pirate ship kind of had their own. Hey, stop it. Woohoo! And the purpose of a Jolly Rouge, some people might be like, why? Why would a pirate announce that he's about to pirate you? Well, because he wanted you to know. Remember what I said about creating that reputation of being horrible to people who resist, but fairly kind to people who surrender. Oh, fine, El Capitan. I'll kill you this way. Eventually, pirates got such a fierce reputation that many times the sight of a Jolly Rouge would be all that was needed for the ship to go, okay, done. Just lower the sails and just go ahead and move to the back of the ship and let them do what they want to do. And I kid you not, this was a very successful tactic. Many times a Jolly Rouge would be everything a pirate needs to get a ship to surrender. How do I get over there? Do I really have to swim? I don't want to swim. I don't want to swim all the way over there. It's wet.